Hey, welcome to another Flights with Joel. This is Joel, and today I was looking around at this cool scenery, and there's some thunder. I just thought I'd jump in and videotape it so everyone else could see it. I am at the RCSS, the Shanglong Airport, or I'm going to pronounce that wrong. It's in Taipei, in Taiwan, and I just switched this aircraft. I switched paint jobs with the developer mode, and something's wrong because I'm not getting any power. I just switched the paint job because this one looks better, but I'm not getting any power, and so something about switching in developer mode is bunged up. Yeah. This is not going to work. Okay. There is no mixture. I can't increase the propeller from here. The propeller is not increasing. I've got the brakes on now just to see. I can't get any power. Weird. Really weird. I'm going to show you how I switched aircraft about halfway through the video. I'm going to switch it into another aircraft, but that's bizarre. I don't know what's going on. For now, when I started the flight over, it's a little stormy here. It's a little stormy here now, and my engine died. I started the flight over as a troubleshooting measure to see if this would work, and the flight sim put me with a tailwind. That's nice. I'm just going to restart this real quick. Since the last update, I really like the way this flies. I'm a little partial to the 172 because I learned to fly in one. So now I'm going to go look at the Taipei City add-on scenery that I figured out last night is freeware from OBRX in order to show off from OBRX and Geforce in order to show off their new cards. So let's see what's going on here. Everything works. This is getting power. I'm skipping all the regular flight stuff because this is just a scenery flight. Skipping the tower. Getting a little bit of freezing. That might be from the weather. I still am amazed by the raindrops on the windshield. So yeah, this is doing what it's supposed to do. This one's working fine. So I'm going to be running on a GTX 1080, and it's a 1080 Mini rather than an RTX 3070 or 3080 series, which is what this scenery is designed for. I wanted to see if it would work on what is now an old card, but is serving me very well. I have to turn around because I don't know why they parked me at that end of the airport. I should have looked at the weather a little more closely. Of course, you don't really know what the weather is till you get in, do you? Oh, thunder. I love that effect. Not the best conditions for a 172. So what they've done is they've put out this freeware city add-on in Taipei to show off the new cards. Man, it's crazy weather here. Now, I looked it up, and this is the right weather. This is what it's supposed to be like here. It's not one of those mistakes that was happening for a while where everywhere you entered was thunderstorms. This is pretty much what the weather's like here today. Tonight for me, today for Taiwan, So this is one of the first POIs, which is really obvious because it jumps right out on you because of the color and the detail. It looks awesome to me. I'm not having a big problem running it. Maybe. Oh, and I set the buildings on ultra for this test, just to see what they look like. I think the freeways look pretty cool too. But I've thought that with most of the places I've flown. In a city like this, in P3D, which is mostly where the thing this compares to, I would get about 30, 35. And it would be, I would get micro stutters all day long with the same setup I'm flying. Now in X-Plane, I would get 40 to 50, but it doesn't look like this. And in Aerofly FS2, I'm getting like 60 to 100, but it doesn't look like this. It looks good, but not like this. Doesn't have traffic or anything. So now I'm going to head into the downtown district, which has, did I say it? 18 points of interest. They're all pretty much located around the downtown area. And I'm going to fly right into this thunderhead because I just love the way, yeah, that lightning. I just love the way it looks. And I'm headed right for, there it is. Love the way this scenery is highlighted with the lighting. Headed right for Taipei 101, which is a incredibly tall business center, the center of Taipei, Taiwan, and has a 37-mile-an-hour elevator. That's one thing I read about it. Absolutely gorgeous building. I'm adjusting the rotation speed. I have my external camera hooked up to my joystick so that when I can pan around with the joystick, which is more like FSX P3D. And but you have to slow the pan down or it's just ridiculous. So that's what I was doing there. I was slowing the pan down. If you want me to make a video about how to do that, I could, but if you look it up, it's easy to find. It's a great video about assigning your hat switch so you can pan around outside. And all these buildings you're seeing to my left, yeah, those are all the add-on buildings. Just gonna take a quick tour around. See now, right below me is something that looks like they could be helipads, but I'm sure they're not. And now straight ahead is Taipei Arena, which is a pretty cool silver dome. Look at that rain. Not only does the dome look cool, but I love the cranes. The detail around here, it's amazing. So, yeah. All right. Quick thing here. I'm going to clear up the weather because it's only fair so that we can see these things better. So it's brighter. And here's what I was talking about. If you you jump into general settings, development, turn on developer mode. This is how you can switch aircraft on the fly. It's also how you can see your frame rates accurately. I know I've seen some people on forums ask about how you do this. So you turn frame rates on, boom, there's that meter. So for me, that is actually enough to get a smooth performance. I looked at the performance graphs, which are easy to find for the Geforce RTX series, which not only costs half the price of a computer, but also seem to be unavailable, at least to anyone in the US. Don't seem to be able to find those. I'm more upset that I can't buy a new car because of chip shortages, but that's another story. So there we go. It's dropping to 29 sometimes. It's a slight bit of stuttering, but it's so slight that could even be the recording, because when I'm flying, I really don't notice it. Just gonna have a better look at these buildings and compare. You know, do I need to double my frame rates? I'm more concerned with smooth performance. That's more important to me. That building is amazing though. This whole area, all these POIs, they're very cool. Now just down to my left are what looks like helipads. Now I know there's no helicopters in Microsoft Flight Simulator. There are no official helicopters at this time. Nonetheless, I have to go land and grab a helicopter. So I headed back to the airport. And I don't see any more. There could be more POIs out in the distance. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I think that downtown area is about it. And I'm very high, so I'm bringing the throttle, pretty much killing it. Dead stick landing, almost. I thought about killing the engine. Should I kill it? No. No, I'll keep it running. But I am at idle. My speed's good, landing light on, power's on, fuel's on boats, doors are latched, seatbelt's latched, and the brakes are working. A quick before landing checklist, and now we are high, so I'm going to do an S-turn out here. There's my first degree of flaps. Still high. My speed is not bad. It's a little fast. I'm feeling fast and high. So there we go. So 500 feet I should have been. So I'm going to try a slip. Now this is what I noticed. To me, this seems to be working now. The 172 did not do a slip hardly at all, but this feels right. This feels like I'm losing speed, losing altitude the way I should be. I'm going to be long, but I have about 2 miles on this runway. There we go, nice and smooth. Bringing it right down. Idle over to the taxiway. Nah. Nah, not gonna waste my time. So, to change aircraft from developer mode, you go to Aircraft Selector, and here's all your aircraft. Here they are. So this is a much quicker way to grab a non-existent helicopter, load it up. Now watch what happens. Yeah, everything gets red while it's loading. Red, red, red. And there it is. Now it seems to be off, but that's not a problem. That warning is for the collective. So just say ready for takeoff. I just hit the button, which I usually don't do. I usually go through a start because I like this helicopter. It's fun to go through the start, even though it takes a while. So here we go. I've got the first engines coming up. RPM's coming up. Look for the rotor. Rotor is spinning. I'm just sitting back and watching it go through auto start, that's all. Also, I'm very impressed. The frame rates are better than the 172. This is, I usually don't stare at my frame rates, but this is shocking. Because it used to be a frame rate hog, so they did something really improved. Thanks again to the developers. You guys are awesome. I love to watch this effect. So engine 2's coming up. I just like to watch the jet come on. There it is. It started coming out. I don't know. It's a geeky thing. But they made the effect. I love checking it out. So I was saying, it's really awesome how much work they've done on this aircraft, and and the community they've developed around it to help them develop the aircraft. They've gotten some criticism for their announcement of the first payware. But I don't know. I think they've done the work that they deserve to charge whatever they want. It's going to be very advanced. It's going to be far more advanced than this, far more correct. This is a really fun helicopter to fly. For me, it has too much automation, but that's just the helicopter. That's what an H-135 is. It's a lot of automation and buttons and switches, and they've done an amazing job of recreating that. It's just not my favorite type of helicopter to fly. So I'm just going to go right back around. I turn the frame rates off because you get the idea. Oh, and I wanted to show there's still a little tick in this. It like ticks a little. I don't know what that is. I know it's really annoying to some people. I still enjoy flying it. So many cool things about it, but yeah, there's a little like, I don't know if you can see it in this video. It just does this little kind of tick, like micro stutter, which doesn't happen with anything else I fly. Yeah, that right there. There it was. Don't know what that is. So, passing by this beautiful POI again. You can always hover here and check it out. And I'm going to go back over and see if those helipads are solid. The development of this is ongoing, and they even have a new version now. I think this is 1.1. They have 1.2. It just came out. So, constantly working to improve their stuff, even though this is freeware. So if you've been flying this, and you share the opinion of, oh, that H145 is way too much, well, you're really getting 2 helicopters. So now I've turned the autopilot on. I'm using the these little controls that you can program to your flight stick, whatever you have, to maneuver the autopilot. And I'm going to see if the auto hover is still working. I haven't tried it for a while. Probably need to be below 20 knots. Okay, green dot comes on. Now I hit the autopilot with Z, not control anything, just Z. There it is, in a hover. Turn those frame rates back on so we can see what we got. So almost the same frame rates with the H135 as with the Cessna. And from the inside, better frame rates. I hit Z again, autopilot is off, I'm on my own. Let's see, can I land? Is it possible? Can I just cruise over here and land? Having a closer look at Taipei 101 first. Very interesting building. So the helipads were just down here. They're probably not helipads. They might be glass ceilings. I don't know. Either way, I should be able to land on them. On anything. That's my opinion. So this looks a lot like a helipad. I don't know if it is. It sure looks like one. Dead ahead. Actually approaching a little slow, but because I never have the confidence that it's going to stop. Okay. Check this out. And it's not solid. Nope, right through it. It's a ghost. It's a ghost building. That could be because of why make it solid. It doesn't make sense if you're just building POIs for people to look at and, you know, show off a graphics card, which is what these are for. These are for showing off the newest, latest, greatest. Can't even get them. Now this looks nothing like a helipad. That looks like a glass ceiling, so that's not going to work. And now this one down here looks like regular flight sim building, which I've been able to land on most of them. Nope. Quicksand. Not gonna work. Okay. No good. And actually, I've got to land because somebody is telling me it's time for dinner, so I have to go eat. So I'm just gonna go down to this really bizarre-looking grass road. Suddenly all the roads here are grass roads. At least the cars think they're roads. Maybe they're not supposed to be. So I'll just put it down here. I hope this is solid. That would suck if this wasn't solid. That'd be weird. Oh, okay, the ground is solid. Great. And there we are. Thank you for watching another Flights with Joel. Check out all the videos. Just search Flights with Joel or click the link in the video. This has been fun. It's pretty beautiful. Freeware scenery from OBRX. Did I mention that yet? Oh my gosh, I hope so. Good flights.